Hello all, it's James Johnson, aka Sulfur Blade. Welcome back to my channel, welcome back to my content, and welcome back to the new Aerobiz. Well, it's actually Puffin Planes, but it's the closest thing we've gotten to Aerobiz. That's the name of the game I was thinking about in episode 1 that I couldn't remember the name of the game. This is the closest thing we've gotten to it in, what, like 30 years? Which is a good thing. If there was ever a game that needed to be remade, it's Aerobiz. That was just a gloriously fun airline management game. The air genre has been so fixated on things from an airport point of view, and not fixated on things from an airline point of view, that it's been totally frustrating and annoying through the years. There just hasn't been anything to replace Aerobiz that I've ever found anyway. And this is it. This is the first thing that's come along that I've found that kind of recreates Aerobiz, though it's lacking some things, like competing against an AI, for instance, would be huge. We need other airlines in this world. Being the lone airline is kind of lonely. Anyway, let's get the game started. To meet expectations, what do we need to do here? In order to move on to the next quarter, you must at least meet expectations. Here's what the shareholders are expecting. I need to connect to 5 more cities, basically. I need 5 more good connections. So, how, where, and what are we going to do to accomplish this goal? Do we have any new cities that we can connect to our currently established hubs? Possibly Calgary or Seattle, though they look a little far. Yeah, just a little bit. And Calgary we can reach. Another thing I'm curious about is, remember we upgraded the Sawtails? Did that actually upgrade the Sawtails? So I'm going to let the game run for just a little bit here, and I want to see if these planes upgrade. So what should we notice for sure that's different about them? The capacity, right? I think the Sawtail starts at like 24 or 25 capacity. With this, they should be up to 40 something capacity, right? If those policies unlock to your fleet, if they're retroactive, right? Or do you have to buy a new plane to get the extra capacity? That's what I'm curious about. So if we look at the network overview, we should be able to make hide nor hair out of this somehow. This is by airplanes. Let's go by routes. And let's find a route that just has one plane servicing it, like this guy here in Nashville. If we view the route, 36/45. Indeed, it looks like the plane is carrying more than 25 people. It's carrying upwards of 45 people. So it has actually upgraded the entire fleet straight away, which is good to know. Calgary seems like the next logical place to open up. It's a little expensive, but that's okay, we're making good money. Okay, and we need to order a Sawtail Pico and start that. Seattle is a little bit out of our range right now. However, when we upgrade the range on the Sawtail Pico, we could probably, well, we'll be able to connect to it then, I'm pretty sure. And we could use Seattle as our hub for international travel going to Asia. And I think we'll probably use New York as our international hub going to Europe and Africa. So I think I'm planning to turn Seattle and New York into hubs. Houston will be our hub going, oh, we have Mexico City down here, going down into Mexico and the Bahamas and stuff. So that's where we're gonna work on next. How much is Mexico City? Expensive. I'm scared to actually open up this hub. The reason for which is I think there's going to be such a huge demand in Mexico City. I'm going to have to put multiple planes on this that it's actually going to detract from us trying to accomplish our objective. So I think it would be better to ignore Mexico City for right now and go to some of the smaller airfields. Because at the end of the day, we need to meet these expectations. That's easily within range. Havana is within range. Tampa is within range. Guadalajara is within range. Okay, most of these things are within range. Tampa's pretty expensive. Havana is... oof. Alright, well. We'll do Merida next. Now the more customers we start bringing into Houston, the more the Houston and Denver route is going to need more airplanes. Obviously. So let's go ahead and unpause and see how those connections fare us. It's going to take a little bit of time for these connections to activate because the planes are having to fly from Thunder Bay down to Denver, down to Houston, and then do their maiden flight to actually establish a connection. And the planes have to get built. Alright, there's one of our new connections making the flight. Another one's making the flight. This should twig soon. New airport opened. Bend, Oregon, huh? Huh? Why haven't we accomplished the goal? Alright, let's set up a couple more routes. Can we reach Bend? Yes. Oh, we are over on fleet capacity here. These are some expensive upgrades. Denver is able to get to hangars right away. I think we're gonna do that. That fixes our fleet capacity issue. And oh, Las Vegas is there. Not sure how I missed that. Okay, let's open that up. Okay, that should accomplish the minimal goals to accomplish expectations. So we'll just let things ride as they are and collect the moolah. Chartered flights. A sports team in Thunder Bay needs to travel to Denver for their playoff game. They would like to use your airline. Let's pause this. We would be honored to transfer them. Perhaps we could turn this into a more permanent deal? They can rent a private jet. This is interesting. We would be honored to. We would gain money. Okay. Busyness in Thunder. I don't think we necessarily need to increase busyness in our largest hub. I don't think that would actually help us. They can rent a private jet. So this is us just telling them to go bag ass, evidently. We'll be honored to transport them. Why is there yellow in Denver? Check our delivery rates here. Everything is profitable. We have a lot of people waiting in Denver and a lot of people waiting in Thundering Bay. I think we're gonna throw another plane onto this route. Okay, we're definitely making cash at this point. Not what I'm looking for. What am I clicking that sometimes gives me what I want and sometimes doesn't? Huh. I don't get it. Why? Okay, that's airplane overview. I want... Maybe if I zoom in, I'll be able to figure something out here. Alright, clicking on the banner of the name gives me a quick ability to assign new planes. Oh, that's because I'm clicking on the route. Okay, well, I want to bring up the damn sometimes it just happens, and sometimes it doesn't. I don't understand why. Okay, let's click on Denver. See? Denver just opened up. Just opened up exactly the way I wanted it to open up. But when I click on Thundering Bay, it opens up like this. I don't get that. What is going on? Okay, Denver. Beautiful. Is there a way I can cycle through the airfields here to get to Thundering Bay? I want Thundering Bay right now. Hey! I got it this time. Why? I don't know. Demand. I've never looked at this before. New Orleans, difficult connection, Sacramento, connected flight, Meridia. Alright, we're gonna upgrade to a primary hub here. Because I think we need this extra throughput. I'm not sure if that makes the planes just land and take off faster with, you know, getting more throughput through the hub, or how that works, but we definitely need these upgrades in our primary hubs. In a way, creating these hubs is almost a negative in some ways. We're almost creating a headache for ourselves in the future, because it's going to be really hard to accomplish the needs of these locations. Alright, Denver. Same thing over here. Denver is actually turning into a better hub than Thundering Bay is. And the more I click on this stuff is possible. These are possibly upgrades that are going to be, we're going to need to click on for one of our future missions. So I probably shouldn't invest too much money into this right now. I think you want to limit what you're doing in order to make your next goals easier. Which is kind of... I'm not sure how I feel about the gameplay. The concept of slowly having to meet these expectations 1 week at a time. It's an interesting style of gameplay. It's unique. But I would rather be competing against AI airlines than competing against my, or, well, not really competing, but accomplishing random tasks given every 7 days. It's unique, it's interesting, but I would just rather be competing against something in more of a sandbox mode. Score. Okay, we've got a nice piggy bank built up here. Okay, quarter goals met. Congratulations on successful Q6. You managed to meet shareholders' expectations. The board of directors have given you a new goal for Q7. You must meet expectations to keep your position as CEO, yada 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 yada. Okay, meet expectations. Maintain at least 43 well-served routes. So we need 5 more well-served routes. We should be able to do that. Maintain at least 53 well-served routes. Yeah, it's going to be a little rougher. 43. 43 is doable. We need more miles in order to fuel our expansion. Receive cash, Puffin coins, or a mix of Puffin coins and cash. Honestly, I think the Puffin coins are going to be most useful at this point. I've got plenty of cash. So, now that we got those Puffin coins, let's jump in here and unlock. This is going to do nothing of benefit in the immediate term. At all. It will only give us benefit once we unlock that in the future. This is what I want most, this extra range and speed, to unlock onto the Sawtell. I think that'll be really cool. Though the fuel efficiency and fuel cost will certainly be nice for keeping our cheap airplanes running at their most efficient possible efficiency. So there's nothing wrong with this upgrade at all. It's just it doesn't do anything for us right now because we're not flying any of these levering veterans, nor do we intend to. Okay, we need 5 more connections, and it seems we have some connections here in the Heartland. Yeah. So we can make things rougher on Thunder Bay. Order. Start plane. Billings. Order. Start playing. Now some of these places like Billings and Rapid City might really hate the fact that they have to fly all the way to Thunder Bay to fly all the way back here. So it could almost make sense to make some direct flights to Billings and Rapid City, as that would actually kind of alleviate some of the stress we've created here. That almost makes sense in my mind. And we don't even have to pay extra money to connect these because we already have the permission to do so. We're gonna do that. And we'll go to Minneapolis. Okay, that should alleviate a lot of the stress on this major focal point between Thunder Bay and Denver, as now there's some additional options, and there's more direct flights. So people who used to be traveling from Kansas City to Thunder Bay to Denver can now just go straight to Denver. And people who used to be going from Minneapolis to Thunder Bay to Denver can now go straight to Denver. And people who you get the picture, right? So let's unlock this and see how this works for us. I have a feeling it's going to be good. Okay. Why haven't these things updated yet? Those should be well-served routes. Alright, we're having issues here. Zero waiting here in Denver, 37 waiting here in Kansas City. Delivery rate of this route. Low value means some passengers are despawning while waiting in line. That's not making sense in my mind. Why? I just don't think the plane is there yet, flying the route. I haven't seen a plane take off yet. Okay, there's a plane flying here. I think it's just the fact that the planes took a long time to make it to their location. Yeah, that's what happened. I've got all this money, it's almost burning a hole in my pocket. I really want to spend it. I think this is our problem right now, is fleet capacity. We don't have the fleet capacity, so here we go again. What do I have to click on? There we go. We're gonna unlock long runways and hangar space here. And fuel depot. And Fortress Hub. And the large lounge. I don't necessarily think we need to do instrument landings yet. And again, I just did a whole bunch of upgrades that now the next mission might be like, upgrade your airline. And I'll be like, God damn it. But there's Houston I can upgrade, and there's Denver I can upgrade yet, and future hubs. So it'll be fine. I just wanted to make Thunder Bay as glorious as it could be. And because we need more airline space. Or more space for planes. We got a glorious little airline going on right here. Thundering Air is making the big bucks, man. It is funny that we've got some really major cities that haven't opened up, like Atlanta and Chicago and Los Angeles and San Diego over here, as well as San Francisco. Comet scene. Okay, let's pause. A prominent social media influencer aboard yada yada spotted a dim comet from their window flying to Denver. After the post went viral, yada yada yada. Yeah, we'll rename the plane after the comet because we've seen this before and they all give us 1 point. That's the only one that gives us anything additional. Okay, 5 hours left. Alright, we've accomplished another goal. The next goal is to expand your presence in the eastern US to serve 9 cities. Cool, I kind of wanted to do that anyway, so we're going to be creating a new hub, I believe. Though, where are we going to create the hub? I'm not sure, but I like this goal. Though we got 6 cities to expand to. We're going to take the Puffin points. We're going to go in here, we're going to unlock aerodynamics, advanced logistics. Now it's just a matter of getting that done. And we will have the most awesome sawtails possible in the game. And that'll be cool. Atlanta is now open. Can we fly directly to Atlanta from here? Not quite yet, sadly. Atlanta would be a nice place to have our hub, but we can't reach. I think we need a hub that's going to be able to reach Houston and Thundering Bay. I don't think it's as important to reach Denver. So Nashville is looking like the most likely location. Okay, Cincinnati could work. Nashville could work. Little Rock, no, it's Nashville or Cincinnati, I think. Which city do we want to populate in? Nashville or Cincinnati? Are there factors that we should look at that would make this more interesting? Local approval high. Local approval high. I think we're gonna go with Nashville. That is the country music capital, right? So, yeah, let's support country music. Okay, so Nashville. Charlotte. Nashville to Birmingham. Oh, have I ordered... Order a plane, start the route. Order a plane, start the route. Fly out of any North Carolina airport. Okay, we accomplished something then. Atlanta. Order a plane, start the route. Charleston. Order a plane, start the route. How we doing? Order a plane, start the route. Tampa. Order a plane, start the route. And we are going to also do a connection here. Order a plane, start the route. So what that will allow is people can fly to Nashville to Houston to get to locations, or they can fly to Nashville to Thundering Bay to get to locations. Or if even need be, they can fly to Nashville, Houston, Denver, or Nashville, Thundering Bay, Denver to get to locations. But this will make a shortcut so that they're not, for example, if there wasn't a connection here and somebody needed to get here from, say, Tampa, where they could have had a direct flight, they'd be flying to Nashville, to Thundering Bay, to Denver, to Houston, and then down to here. That would be totally infuriating, right? To fly all the way around the world when you could just go straight between the two. Okay. And then in Nashville, we're going to make it a focus city. A secondary hub, a small lounge. We'll do that for now. That should be enough. Should be enough. Let's see how this serves things. New faraway airports. Oh, we got some European stuff showing up on the map. That's interesting. So we got Beijing, China, we got Berlin, Germany, and Ruhr, Germany? That's an odd airfield to open up. We got something up here in the boondocks. I almost want to connect that. We'll wait. What is this? You have 2 Saltail Pico planes under construction. Next one will be... Ah, yeah, that's why it's taking so long for some of these things to happen, is because the planes were in backlog to be built. Nashville to Houston seems to be getting a heavy load. I can just click on this line, right? I can. 29 waiting in Nashville, 60 waiting in Houston. So if I click order, start, repositioning, Nashville. So, another thing about waiting is that every time we wait, things get a little bit more expensive. What are some of these things? Tourist destination, okay. Number of passengers coming to and from this airport is 66% more than usual. What's going on with Tampa? Is there a way to see what that... Plane factory. Serving this airport speeds up plane construction for your airline. And serving this airport provides +8 fleet capacity. Oh, that's nice actually. Okay, so that's an icon we're going to want to connect to more often. What's this icon? Efficient operations. Maximum throughput is increased by 20% after other modifiers. Okay, so that's just a really efficient airfield. Which, yeah, I would have liked to have made Atlanta the hub in this area, but Nashville is going to be the hub. Charleston has something going on. Plane factory. Serving this airport speeds up plane construction. Okay. And Boston has a bunch of stuff. Safety systems. Plane will never crash. And highly efficient. Oh, Boston seems like a stellar location to fly out of. In fact, maybe Boston would be a better location to do our international flights to Europe from, if it's got those cool modifiers. I think that might be a thing, but the question is, can we reach Boston from Thundering Bay? And we can. Let's do it. Order. Start the plane. Let's get Boston incorporated. Boston is going to be an important city for us, I think, in the future. Is there any cities in the heartland that have kind of snuck under the radar without us connecting them? It doesn't seem like it. Should we attempt to exceed expectations? It might be worth it, honestly. We might get access to some of the bigger planes that we haven't unlocked. And since there are locations to fly to now... Huh. Yeah, let's try to exceed expectations. So, I think that means Orlando. Order, start playing, Miami. And then Portland, Maine, possibly? Yes. I'm thinking... You know how we made these connectors here to alleviate some of the stress here? Maybe making a direct flight from Nashville to New York might make sense, because I think New York is probably a place that is receiving a lot of... Yeah. This makes sense in my mind. That'll actually make it easier for people going from New York to the Texas area, because now they can do a direct flight to Houston. Although if they're trying to get to Dallas, Fort Worth, and Austin, they're still going to need to go up here and over here and down here. It might be worth making some small hops between Houston and Dallas, Fort Worth, and Austin. Oh, we have a route that needs a plan. New airports opened. Port-au-Prince, Kingston. Interesting. More stuff in the Caribbean. More tourist trap areas. Although that's a pretty far distance from Nashville, isn't it? Maybe Miami turns into a hub for some of this stuff. Okay, you can reach that. Can't reach that. Nashville. Nashville can reach Havana. Houston can reach Havana. Maybe Havana becomes a hub, and we'll connect them to Nashville and Houston, and then connect all the rest of this stuff up to Havana. That's an idea. What is this? Chartered flight. A sports team in Thunder Bay needs to travel to Regina. Regina. Okay, we have a connection there. I don't think we want to increase busyness in Thunder Bay. I really don't. We'll be honored to transport them. Did we get that other plane on this route yet? Doesn't seem to be enough. Okay. Another plane on the route then. Okay, we're back up to green. I'm liking this game. I really am. I mean, it's kind of simple. But the mechanics that are here are really... They're really addictive. Just watching your network grow and the little lines expand all over the map. It's simple, but satisfying. The game is good. And it's cheap. I think it's only like $10. Okay, quarter goal met. Operating agreement in at least 56 cities. So 5 more cities basically to connect to. And what was our big Sawtail Picos? Which I shouldn't really be upset about that, right? Sawtail Pico is kind of our lifeblood. And 20 of them right now is worth... Holy cats, is worth $100,000. So is that 100,000? That's $100,000. And receive a thing due to our reputation. Or we could straight up get 5 of these puffer coins, puffer tokens, which I think makes our Sawtail Pico a super Sawtail Pico. And really, I think that would be the most impressive upgrade that we can do is maximizing the Sawtail Pico's range and stuff, so we can fly further. That will give us a lot more flexibility on what we can and can't do. Yeah, I think we're gonna take the... Yeah, Puffin, puffer tokens. It's all about the puffer tokens. 5 for 5. Inherits upgrades of both Sawtail Pico and Levering Veteran. So now the planes will reposition instantly. They won't have to fly to locations to start up those new things. So we're not gonna be waiting as long for the things to happen, and we're gonna have a fair amount of more range. Speed is a trait that I guess we don't think of as much, but the faster the planes can fly back and forth, the more trips they can make over a period of time, the more passengers they can accomplish. That's really a good thing here, and the extra fuel efficiency is just going to make them even more efficient. This is good. This is really good. This is really good. Okay, so to meet expectations, we need to add a few more cities up. Where should we be expanding to right now? I mean, Seattle's kind of a dead end at this point in time, right? There's nothing for Seattle to really link to yet. Mexico is probably saying, hey, we want to get connected. We've been here for a while now. But the Bahamas is more of a tourist trap. Mexico City is a huge location. But I'm afraid to connect it to my... I'm afraid of connecting Mexico City up. No, we're gonna have to do it at some point. Alright, so we're gonna go straight from Houston to Mexico City. Order, start plane. I have a feeling we're gonna be adding a lot of planes to this one. I think something like this might alleviate some of the stress we're going to be creating connecting Mexico City. We'll turn Mexico City into a little bit of a local hub, which makes sense. But we're not really connecting any new locations right now. These are connections we've already had. So this will be a new one. We're going to connect to here as well. I think having all of these extra connections that lead to Houston and even to Denver here is going to make connecting to Mexico City much more feasible. In fact, we might even we should have more range on the Sawtail Pico. Why didn't we inherit the extra Sawtail Micro? Sawtail. We're gonna have to get a new plane for this. That kind of sucks. So our new Super Sawtail is actually a brand new plane. Oh well. It is what it is, right? Fuel efficiency, speed, range. Well, that guy's 6,000 is a huge upgrade from what the Pico used to do. What's this? Your airline's orders. Okay. Alright, and Mexico City is going to need some focusing. In fact, we'll even put hangars here. For now, that should do. Where we should be meeting expectations at this point. Now I just want to let things progress and see how this fares. We have a lot of extra connections to alleviate the load from Mexico City to Denver and Houston area. So hopefully this works out okay. We're getting some stress. Alright, why do we have the stress? 0 waiting at Mexico City, 13 waiting there. For some reason, I don't think we need these extra planes here. I feel like I'm getting tricked. Repositioning. Alright, I think it's working itself out. Oh, that's an empty airplane. I don't like that. Okay. You know what we can do now? We can make a few direct flights. Should we, though? Because are we able to finagle prices on the flights themselves? Is that something we have the ability to mess with? Airline Marketplace. Boarding. Location. Route. Airlines, we're still the only airline, right? Yeah. Statistics. Huh. That's something I would like to be able to do, is to manually affect the route charge. Because if I'm going to put, like, say, a direct New York to Mexico City route up, that's an express route. It's worth more money, in my opinion. It saves people from having to go to Nashville, to Houston, to Mexico City. Less hassle. However, you're paying for that, right? Right now, this actually makes me money, because forcing people to go through connections is more money on the ticket price than a direct connect. A direct connect would actually be less money. I don't think we... I think we avoid some direct connects right now. Let's force people to have to transfer through some of the through our hubs. Because ultimately we're about making money. We're capitalism. If I had the ability to charge more for the convenience of a direct route... What is that noise? Why is that noise happening? I have no idea why that noise is happening. Holy crap, what happened? One of your planes crashed. No! We lost a plane! A Sawtail Pico operating by Thundering Air crashed while flying from Nashville to Orlando. 45 people perished in the incident, and the airline suffers a -10 blow to their reputation. Oh my god, that's terrible news. But there's nothing we can do now. Well, we can rebuild the route. It's from Nashville to Orlando. Okay, well... that's terrible news, but there's nothing we can do now. Then, where is the Orlando route? Oh, I cannexed it, right. Nashville. Don't want that now. Okay, Nashville to Orlando. I want to put the Sawtail Micro on. Order. Start plane. I'm sorry, people going to Disney World. There's probably kids on that plane. How horrible. I'm quite sad. It's a dark day. Alright, let's look at all of our routes, just to get an idea if we're having any locations that are kind of suffering in their delivery rate. What we want to see is 100% across the board. We don't want to see this. Daily profit of this route with unrealized income, aka transfer profits, marked in orange. Unrealized income represents money that passengers hold onto for connection flights after this one. Oh, okay, so that's not the cost of the route. That's actually extra money that's being made. So this isn't necessarily a bad thing, having the orange number bigger than the green number. It's fine. Although that should tell us where we're doing the most transfers through. And it seems Denver to Dallas-Fort Worth. That makes sense. This one's huge. Thunder Bay, well, that makes absolute sense. Thunder Bay to Rapid City. We're transferring people through Rapid City? Doesn't make sense in my mind. What's going on there? Rapid City. Oh, well, yeah, we are actually doing some transferring between Denver and Rapid City. Okay, that's cool. Thunder Bay, New York. Nashville, Houston. Thunder Bay, Nashville. Are pretty big. Where's the Mexico City one? Mexico City to... What is it, Houston? That's our hub down there? Should be a big one if we can find it here. Where is it? Mexico City, Houston, right here. That's not as big as I would have thought it would have been. What is the demands in Mexico City? Denver, connecting flight. Jacksonville, Charlotte, Rochester, Calgary, Sacramento, St. Louis. So a fair number of people want to go to like Jacksonville and Charlotte from Mexico City. Okay, here's Charlotte, here's Jacksonville. Well, they can get there, and they're just going to have to go through some transfers. I'm not going to build a direct flight for that. They can shove off. We need more hangar space. What's our next mission gonna be, I wonder? Wonder why. Oh, I still haven't connected Houston, Dallas, and Austin. Woohoo! Make it to quarter 10 in classic game mode. Yay, we've accomplished something. New airports in the Andes. Interesting. Okay, congratulations on successful Q9. Okay, Q10 goals are expand your presence in the Andes to serve 5 cities. This actually sounds challenging. We don't really need the puffer tokens that much anymore. Give me the money, baby. Okay, the Andes. Goal, 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 goal. Goal, goal, goal. This isn't the Andes. Okay, developer needs some geography training, I suppose. Well, I mean, you can kind of see where the Andes would be. These work, I suppose. Yeah, how are we gonna do this? Thinking this is going to be kind of our hub down here. Our hub is going to be in Colombia. Alright, we do have longer range now with the Sawtail Micro. We could do much further flights. Like we could go straight to Miami, or we could go to Mexico City. We could go to both. Probably go to both. Then from here to here. Here to here. Here to here. And then this is a bit of a hub, so we want to get a little bit of hub-like stuff. And that should do it. Let's unpause. New airport opened. San Jose. Yeah, I kind of think the trick to this game is doing the bare minimal. Like, right now, I have the money, I could probably connect every location that's on the map. But if I did that, I'm just going to make it harder for me to accomplish the next goal. So, do less is more. Doesn't exactly make a lot of sense, but it is what it is. We're getting a little stress on this one. let's just throw another plane on it. Ooh. Yeah, we need more hangar space. Mexico City. Miami. What was that? Excuse me. So there's something happening here. Overview. Minus. What is these little noises that are happening here? There's noises, and I don't understand what the noises are all about. I feel like we have planes that aren't really accomplishing anything down here. Like, we've got too many planes down here. Are these planes actually making money? I mean, they're in the green. Approval is good. That second plane. I think what's happening is we have two planes that are leaving back to back instead of being spaced out. I don't know how to space them out. Like, yeah, see, this first one is good and the second one isn't. So one plane's making money and the other plane's losing money. How can I make them more spaced? Yeah, there's a plane that's literally flying with nothing. Okay, this plane, force send to Quito. Go. Cannot force this plane to take off because it's already on its way to Quito. Okay, well, fine. Okay, we accomplished another quarter. Next quarter is to maintain 78 routes. So 5 more routes. We could take a token, we could take 2 tokens, we could take money. Let's go with the token and money. Maybe we'll need the tokens in the future for something. I don't know. Things that make you go, Alright, Havana. Miami to Havana. No, why am I adding new stops? Order? No, don't order that. Can I... cancel that order? I don't want that order. Can we... I want the micro. God damn it. Oh well. Guess we'll be running a plane I don't really want to run. Wait, why does it say there's 3 Picos on order now? Did I somehow mess up and order a bunch more? Yeah, I pressed this button. I don't want those. I want these. Alright, well, we'll order the planes first. We'll just get 5 micros and we'll sell those 3 Picos and then we'll set up the routes. Okay, now we should be able to go to Pico, sell, sell, sell. Now, Sawtail Micro, yes, beautiful. Miami to Kingston, Sawtail Micro. Beautiful. Miami to Port-au-Prince. Sawtail Micro. Beautiful. Focus City. Secondary hub. Small lounge. Are these planes flying yet? Okay, that's only 3. We need 2 more. These 2? Got San Jose here that could hook to something. That should be the 5 routes we needed. Alright, well. Get a couple of these building. I don't see anything flying here. Okay, there's the Havana one. There's the Kingston one. What about Port-au-Prince? Okay, there goes Port-au-Prince. We are starting to run out of airports. I think we'll do a little bit of this. There we go. So what's going on in Europe? We got Turkey and Germany. Still only the one place in China. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? We definitely have North America taken care of. I think we're gonna start wanting to invest in some airports. Like, there's some airports here that it's just mind-boggling. What's going on with Chicago? What's going on with Detroit? Washington, for instance. Los Angeles. San Diego. A lot of money to force Los Angeles open, isn't it? It'd be less to do San Diego. I'll just wait patiently. Though I have a feeling that some of these places aren't going to open because they're too near to places that are already open. Like Chicago's not opening because Milwaukee is, type thing. Let's order a few more planes. We're gonna need more hangar space. I'm getting quite the stockpile of cash. Alright, expand your presence in the southern cone? What the hell is the southern cone? To serve 5 cities. Expand your presence in the southern cone to serve 9 cities. We'll take the combination. Down here and right. We're really gonna put the micros to the test here, aren't we? Santiago, to me, I think, screams the hub down here. Though Buenos Aires, I wish, would have opened. That would have been where I would have made the hub. But since it's not open, I think Santiago is where we're going to do it. And Santiago is going to fly to where? Medellin or straight to Mexico City? Can we even reach from Santiago to Mexico City with a micro? I have a feeling we probably can. No. It's just outside of the range. But we can reach here. And that's what we're going to do. So start said plane. Focus city hangar, please. Lounge. Yeah, that'll work for now in Santiago. And then from here to here. Start plan. From here to here. Start plan. Order a Sawtail Micro, please. And then start playing. That's got a little icon thingy. So we're gonna go with that one. Plane Factory. Okay. Have at least 100 planes in your network. We are a major carrier, folks. To exceed expectations, we would need to connect 4 more locations. They only opened up 2 others. We would have to force open some other ones in order to accomplish the goal. Ooh, we're getting a little heat on this Miami flight. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make a couple more direct connections out of Miami to places like, say, Houston. Houston, Miami, Sawtail Macro, order, start, and I think we might do a direct connect to New York. New faraway airports. Ooh, those are nice. Europe is getting more interesting to fly to. We're wanting to do it out of Boston too. With Lisbon open, we might be able to reach Europe. But should we? Yes, we can reach Europe. We could go right to Madrid. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Let's keep our options open. Okay, what are these icons meaning? It means it's a hub. Why doesn't Houston have one of those? Because we haven't really built up Houston. And we should have. Yeah. Okay. We just spent a fair amount of money there, but I think it was money well spent. New faraway airport. Oh, I got something in Africa now. Intriguing. Positive data on average, your flights have a comfort of 100%, which also affects your reputation. Oh, you know what we've forgotten about? We got so focused on upgrading planes that we forgot that these policies exist. And honestly, that might be interesting. Yeah, it lowers comfort on flights longer than 2 hours. But if we could squeeze some extra capacity out of these small planes, well, you know, Bob's your uncle. And what we could do is we could offset it with free for all boarding, plus 20 comfort and decreases boarding time. That's overall good. Income sure would be nice, but it would we could offset the comfort loss of increasing the capacity by grabbing something like that. So we would be down 5 comfort overall. if we combined those two at the same time. And that would increase our plane capacity on these small planes. Or we could get free snacks and this, and it would completely offset the comfort. Yeah, I like that. We're going to save up for 4 points, and we're going to grab free snacks and standing section. Standing section. I just realized what that says. It says standing section. We're really going to have a plane where people are standing around? That's hilarious. Quarter goals met. Congratulations on a successful 12th quarter. You managed to meet the da-da-da. Okay, what is our new expectations? We need to maintain 92 well-served routes. So another 5 routes. It's been 5 routes after 5 routes after 5 routes after 5 routes for quite a while now. No, I guess it wanted me to open up 5 routes in the cone last time. Okay, well, we're gonna go puffer tokens? Yeah, I think I want to do what I was talking about now. So let's get the tokens, and let's just do it. Policies, free snacks, and standing section. Time to make our passengers stand around instead of sit, so we can cram as many bodies onto these tiny planes as possible. But somehow, it's going to be really comfortable because we're going to give you some free Snickers bars to offset the fact that you're standing around. Hilarious. I love it. Okay, now where are we going to expand these 5 new routes to? I kind of want to go to Europe. I do. How many planes do I have made right now? I have 0 planes in my hangars? I thought I pre-built some. Well, give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, please. Okay, so the Sawtail Micro has a capacity of 75 people. That's pretty good. Range of 6,000, a fuel efficiency of 188%, a speed of 900 kilometers per hour. It's an awesome little plane. Why did we make this a hub like that? Boston is really where we should have the... It's fine. Okay, Boston. Focus City, small lounge. I think we're gonna go to Madrid. Are we? This is more central. It is more central. It would make more sense to be kind of a hub in the region. But it doesn't have, well, it doesn't need a long runway because I'm flying the amazing Sawtail Micro that doesn't require a long runway. Okay. We'll do it. It's time to connect Europe. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new connections, which is what we need to accomplish the goal. However, I want to also connect Boston to New York City. Just a short little hop here to help improve where people are going. I think this will be very useful. And let's try to improve some infrastructure here. And we need to improve some infrastructure in Lyon. Focus city, small lounge, secondary hub. And now we're kind of broke. Okay, so we're just going to watch things happen as our income rebounds from our major connection over to Europe. The planes are still building. At some point we should start to see some planes making the trip. There goes the first flight across the Atlantic for our airline. Was it? I just saw another flight there. And now I don't think it was the first flight. It's just the first we saw. Let's give this a little bit of time to work itself out. There we go. It worked itself out. Just a little bit of backlog from the planes having to get over here, I think. I could foresee this route becoming a bottleneck. We got 83 waiting in line. I think we should put a second plane on this. Speaking of long flights, how is this one doing? Not bad. Not bad at all. This little transfer between Boston and New York, it's filling up, so doing its job. This is cool. So cool. The budget airline of the world. Thundering Air. Right, another quarter has been met, and I think this is probably where we're going to wrap up this episode, as it's getting a little long in the tooth again. So let's see if we can save with this screen open so we know exactly where we're at. Looks like we're going to be able to do it. Yes. I think it'll be fine. Alright, anyway, this is, what is the strange name on this game? It's Puffin Airlines, or Puffin Air? Puffin Planes. But this game's awesome. I love this game. For me, it's like the modern version of Aerobiz, but not quite as good as Aerobiz. But Aerobiz was so good at its time that any game that is even 70% as good as Aerobiz is a great game. And so this is a great game because it's almost as good as Aerobiz. If the developer ever sees this, you really need to play Aerobiz and just steal the Aerobiz concepts. It doesn't even matter. That game is 30 years old. Even if you made it like an exact copy of it, I think you could even steal the name at this point because it's so old that it's probably in the public domain. So just rip it off, man. Rip it off. Aerobiz was great. This game is great. This game could easily incorporate the features Aerobiz has because you're not that far off from it. You're really close to being able to have the same type of game. And this game would only benefit from those features, from starting off at a certain year where you only had limited amounts of planes, traveling through the years, having hotels and different businesses available to build up the different cities, having events like the Olympics that cause more demand on certain flights. Again, the planes that unlock through the years is really cool. This game has too few planes. It's really sad that there's only a handful of planes. It's part of the fun of a game like this is upgrading your planes, or maybe not even upgrading the planes, but what I used to do in Aerobiz is I used to go with the Russian manufacturers, the Tupolovs and stuff like that, to try to make an airline that featured the Tupolov planes instead of like the airlines that we currently have in the US that are all featuring the Boeings. That was another cool thing you could do in Aerobiz, is try to support a different airline manufacturer, because there was several different airline manufacturers. You could carry an airline manufacturer, like you could make Airbus better than Boeing, or you could make Tupolev better than so that was a cool little extra dynamic within the game, is picking your manufacturer, getting special agreements with that manufacturer, and building them up in their competition with the other manufacturers. It was almost like a game within the game. It was real cool. And then what else did Aerobiz do so great that I'm missing? Oh, competition. We need AI airlines, man. We need to be competing against the AI airlines, not this interesting meet these quarterly goals. I like these meet the quarterly goals. I think it's a good feature, but I don't think it should be the win or lose victory condition. I think the win or lose victory condition should be how you're performing versus the other AI airlines. And part of what made competing with the other AI airlines is that they would take up precious space in like some of the hubs. Like for instance, Denver. Denver is a very popular location to make a hub. Right now, I have Denver under lock and key without any need to compete for the space in the Denver airport because I have absolutely no competition. But in Aerobiz, I would have competition with other airlines in Denver. They would be taking up space that I would want to be able to fly to different locations. So, like for example, Thundering Bay, probably not a place I would have had to have competed with other AI airlines, which would have made the concept that I've done in this game of turning Thundering Bay into a major hub easier. So this concept that I used in this game could work as a strategy inside of the Aerobiz type game because you wouldn't have as much competition and it would have been easier to turn it into a major hub. Again, these are all great concepts that this game could absorb. But yeah, I digress. Anyway, that's my little rant. This game is awesome. Don't get me wrong, I'm loving this game. I just wish that it was a little bit more Aerobiz-like because I so miss that game. And no, it's not just rose-colored glasses. It's the game was good. It was that good. Anyway, that's enough rambling about that. I'm James Johnson. This is my content. Hopefully you're enjoying it. If so, please smash that like button. Consider subscribing. And until next time, all, peace.